Hey everybody, it's been a few days and I got a couple of cool little exercises that I think some of you guys might enjoy. So one of the things that I work on with students is just looking at different intervals within scales and modes. I'm really getting familiar with those everywhere, and you guys have, I'm sure, practiced stuff like in thirds, where you'll play a scale or a mode in diatonic thirds, which means that you're only using notes belonging to that mode or scale in patterns of thirds. Like you could do ascending stuff. Let's say we're doing B flat major, okay? So we could do something very simple like this. You could do that for any mode or scale. And this is okay. It's a good kind of starter exercise. But to make this more challenging, it's always good to do things in different directions. It also can sound more musical. So if we were to reverse that pattern and start on the third above the root and ascend in that fashion throughout the scale, it sounds like this. And so forth. That's a little more challenging. It's a little harder to think that way. And that's a good way to practice it. And you can do the same in reverse. Instead of descending like this, B flat major again. You do it the other way, where you start a third below the root, up to the root, octave root, and then continue in that fashion descending. So like this. So I'd start on a G, and go up to the B flat, then F up to the A, E flat up to the G, D up to the F, C up to the E flat, B flat up to D. That's quite a nice one. And then you can start doing some variations on this. Check this out. Now, what I did there was I went down or up an interval depending on where I started in alternate fashion. So let's say I'm descending B flat major. I'll start the simple way, start on the root down to the sixth, B flat down a diatonic third to G. And then my next step is to hit that A, but I'm going to go from below the A, a third below, F up to the A. And the next step in the sequence is G down to E flat, and then D up to F, E flat down to C, B flat to D. At the end, I just went down below that, C, down a diatonic third, it's actually a minor third here, C to A, back up to B flat. So you're alternating direction, down a pair of thirds, up the next pair, down, up. And all you're doing is descending the scale in thirds. But down one, back up the next pair, down one, back up the next pair. You could do it all on one string. Look, here's an octave higher. And obviously that's not super efficient, but it's cool in terms of learning the fretboard in a more linear fashion as well. Probably never used that exactly like that, but you might play a pattern that was ascending up across a couple of strings, and this gets you to visualize the fingerboard this way, which is cool. You can start it anywhere. So like that. Here. Here. I'm just doing a variation on that, just up, down, you see, and that's just in thirds. You could try it in different intervals. Fourths. Now, that was just B flat major scale, harmonized in fourths, right? Sounds quite nice. It's also cool because there's an interval of a sharp 4 augmented fourth in there, or flat 5, this tritone interval, which is present also in a dominant chord, between, check it out, root to fourth, second to fifth, major third up to the sixth. Now, from the fourth degree of the B flat major, it's an E flat, there's this tritone, E flat to A. It's kind of gnarly sound. And if you notice that E flat to A is present in an F7, which is the 5 chord in the key of B flat, right? So, there it is.